Hello everyone. Welcome back to PlayFrame and Control and the Foundation, which we're hopefully going to fix. We fixed the nail, which made things worse, but we're gonna actually fix it now, probably, hopefully. That's the plan.
I hope I know what I'm doing.
Me too, let's go! Stop.
That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Indeed. Ooh.
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the it as I do so. They haunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house wore a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. Can a place know the future? Can it change its skin? Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place, I finally understand his devotion and his awe.
I love this setting. The oldest house, definitely one of the cooler places I've explored in a video game. Big fan. Let's fix it. Before it destroys itself. Hey, chill, walls.
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
One side, one side. Watch it. Here we go. Careful. Yeah. Ow. Okay.
Astral spike. HRA was damaged. The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
Me either. I want to hear more about that. Let's see, this. Yeah, heard that already. This. Oh, wait, there's two things. Yes, they are. The board is dorks. Okay.
I tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Phaeton did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jessie has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Phaeton, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody.
Yeah, about that me doing my part? I kind of did. But, turns out my part was a bad idea. So... well, I'm gonna try to fix it. And save everybody. It's gonna hurt. Ah! Shoot. Whew. Okay, saved it. Whew. Okay. Getting dangerous in here. Don't trust this. It's fine. Okay. Where am I? Yeah. Guess that makes sense. Reach the bottom of the nail. You got it. Ugh. That looks bad. This looks less bad. Let's investigate this first.
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies. We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
Director Faden here. I need a ranger dispatched to my position.
That'd be great.
Let's do this!
Boy, y'all are quick. And I do appreciate it. Alright, Ranger. Good luck. This is probably gonna get rough. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bad feeling. Oh, that's Marshall. Good. Great. Great and good.
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right.
You fuckers take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
Alright, Ranger, help. Oh, she's gonna be a fight. That's right, get hit. Like a lot. Where are you going? Hey, no, don't call in friends. You can't call in friends. I know I called in friends, but again, I'm the director. I can do what I want. Shut up, go away. Ah, no. That's right. Wow, jeez. Keep getting hit by that, please. Direct, boy. Thanks a lot, Ranger, for being such a great distraction. You are a real champ. Run! Run, Ranger. Oh, jeez. Yeesh. You, be on my team quick. Boy, former, I'm trying here. It's just, you know, it's real hairy right now. Sorry, teammate. Just needed to get in that damage while I could, you know? She's not messing around. Oh, I got two now. Oh, no, wait. Just, got one on my team somehow, I guess. Or no. This is maybe the former helping me? Ah, jeez. Who is sniping me right now? You. Probably her, actually. Ah, man. All right, we're doing this again. Boy, she is quick, though. Doing good damage. Ah, jeez. That's a lot. Well, let's get out of here. Oh. Ah. Could use a teammate here. Teammate. Quick. There we go. Oh boy. That was close. It's alright. There's chaos. It's a lot to keep up with. Jeez, she does a lot of damage though. Should probably take out some of her backup where I can, but I'm trying, but man, she's no pushover. Ah, jeez, what's happening? You, be on my team also. Thank you. That's a relief. Okay. I think I'm taking out my own guys half the time. Ah, darn it. She damages so fast. Oh, she has a tough fight. We're wearing her down really good, but taking out her ads quickly without getting absolutely pummeled is challenging. Get on my team, please, quickly. Thank you. Ah, jeez, that's a lot. Don't go after me. Come on. Come on. Where is she? Stop dodging. Jeez. Run. Get that health quick. Whew. Take those out. Thank you. Jeez. Where even is she? It's chaos. Jeez. She has damage so fast. Ah, there you are. There you go. Dang.
Marshall. The nail is corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her, but I can still save everyone else.
That is the plan. Let's save ourselves first by getting a little health. Good job, Trooper, by the way. You were a great distraction, and you lived. Not many can boast doing both. Full up on mods again. Ain't that always the way? You know, just in case they're about to give me more of them for completing this nonsense, let me declutter a bit. There we go. Okay. Actually, I saw one more thing in the collectibles, though I think... Yeah, okay, we heard that tape already. Wonderful. Is there anything in here of note? In these little, nooks where enemies were popping out? Like, oh, well, okay. You know what? I'm not taking chances. Let's fix the problem.
you too. Oh, I'll be sure to. Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
Good cover, Jesse. I'm sure they don't suspect a thing. All right, back to the crossroads, I guess. How do you, how? How do I go back? Maybe this way? Maybe? Maybe? Hang on. Unmapped, come on. How do we get out of here? Maybe this way? Is this anything? Could be. Didn't expect getting out of here to be the challenge. Up we go. Nope. That's fine. Yep. Okay, wait a minute, I saw you up there. Hey.
The nail is secure. The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the Foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go. I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
Yay! We did it! And there's one DLC down.
I thought I'd know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple. I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
Ah, neat. Don't suppose there's any more dialogue to wrap this all up.
Director?
What do you say?
Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around. Just for a little bit.
You are having fun.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Emily.
Sorry, but the answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation. It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any His corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself. Did the board let the hiss corrupt the nail? Did they want me to cleanse it? If so, why? What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore's famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only 2 board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them.
Well, I hope so. And it does seem to me that Northmore... It's interesting to me that we didn't get into Northmore stuff. It could be that some more of the side tasks would give more of that information, but it seemed like... well, here, we'll finish this last little bit.
What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's... separate?
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although it could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna keep looking around.
I wish I could go with you, but I still need 30 hours of training before I can do field work.
We'll work on that.
Just 30 hours, really? So the thing that I was thinking of is that, yeah, I think I need to get out of the foundation for this to work. So let me see if I can get myself back up to... Actually, no, I should be able to check out the map via fast travel stuff here. So there's this one area in... Right. In maintenance. Like the NSC stuff. I don't 100% know what that stands for, but some folks in comments were suggesting that the N might stand for Northmore, that Northmore might be still existent in some form, but like a weird power source now or something, which is neat. And I feel like I read something that sort of hinted at and supported that, but it was months ago, so I don't remember anymore. But that's a very cool, very Control-esque thing. Now, we're done down here. Let's get back up to Central Executive and figure out where we're heading for our next little DLC adventure. Good to be back. Familiar territory. Okay, so we are here now. Where do we need to head for our next thing? A dark place, blank sheet of paper again. Investigate the sector elevator. That will be our new objective, and that's going to be sending us here, just to the elevator over that way. Awesome. Okay. Before we go there, let's spend these points. Good on those for the moment. Could start putting more into melee damage. It's kind of useless right now until I level it up more, but I'm going to start putting more into shield in the hopes that doing so will help me to remember to prioritize it sometimes. That and that. There. Okay. Cool. We did it. All right, then. Let's see about this AWE DLC. The final thing to do, because I don't think I feel like doing any of this.
Engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
Interesting. So they're doing, yeah, like, I'd heard that this DLC was very much dealing with Alan Wake things, and yes, it seems we are dealing very much with Alan Wake things. Cool. Cool. So we're going to the investigation sector then. From here, how do you... Oh, do I just need to hop in the elevator and that'll take me? Probably. Yeah, so this should be the final DLC thing. I know there's other side tasks to do and chores for Ahti and all that. I'm feeling pretty satisfied with the Control experience thus far, and I'm not really craving to run around being completionist about it. I do definitely want to do this DLC, though, because this seems neat. Let's go to investigations. To investigate. Okay. So, I don't remember the, Well, his elevator doors sure got their drama degree. I don't remember the Alan Wake story well enough to give y'all any sort of useful recap, but in general, it is a very Stephen King-esque and extremely Stephen King-influenced story and setting in the Pacific Northwest about a writer who goes on vacation and ends up dealing with a whole lot of paranatural stuff where he's writing his own story and characters in his own story are trying to kill him, and it's a whole thing. You can look up a summary if you want to. I loved seeing some of the documents we found alluding to Alan Wake and kind of implying that all of that was sort of like altered items business, and very curious to see what they're gonna do with that here. Ah, okay. Let's see about the investigation sector.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
Well, we got reading to do, and I do love reading. From 2017, Mr. Kirkland, here are latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Coraline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. As per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Huh. Quite huh. And what's this? Oh. New things. Oh, and that's probably got more actual information. So, first this. No. No, board. I'm not telling Emily to stop researching things. It's her favorite. All right, so let's see if there's more to this.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Ah, interesting. And fun. Also, that the actor playing Alan Wake there and playing Alan Wake before.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Same actor who plays Darling, I believe. I enjoy how much this studio, like, pulls in the same talent from game to game. It's fun. Well, there's a lot of reading in here, it seems like. Yay. Ooh, official findings report regarding Dr. Casper Darling. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's codename to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. So much redacting. And reading. Mr. Dennis, or Denis, not sure. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we've received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey's the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. From Special Investigator Gleason. So yeah, that's the sort of flavor of thing you can expect from Alan Wake, which you can also get on Steam these days, so go try it out if you want to. Give this good studio some good money to keep making good things. Alright. Pardon me. Pardon me, I says. Okay. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try to keep a lid on this Grumman-Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them there. Given their records, it's possible they've switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off, maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. So many documents, what a treat. And a bunch more around here. I think we're going to be doing just reading for the rest of this particular episode, which is fine by me. The Burrow Tractor, altered item 82. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow, William, male, Caucasian. Case summary, 33-year-old man found dead on his property, per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings, blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations, left ear and cheek. Blunt force injuries to the extremities, a dislocation of the right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma to the abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from scene. Conclusion, it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Huh. What else? Can we get some light in here? Red lights are fine. Redacted of Redacted 2019. To whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Indeed.
It's not working.
Not
Probably
ideal.
lose power core somewhere.
That could be. Mr. Denis, etc. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby is not meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Still don't feel like I have a complete picture of what was going on here, other than that this department was having difficulty, in trouble, had big losses, was largely ignored, and was being, like, kind of forced to work in a cramped, small space. They didn't have the resources they needed. And we're feeling ignored in general. To Chief Investigator Dennis, I'm just going with that pronunciation now. It happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this Redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. Bright Falls, I believe, is the setting for the whole Alan Wake thing. But it has been some time since I played that game. Anything else? Maybe? Maybe. Whew! Big space. This was our entrance. Got some upper floors we can poke our head into. Come on. Come on. There we go. Making a mess, but whatever. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen, holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. This is not good leadership. This is not how you do a lead. I don't think I'm great at this job, but I'm definitely better than Trench was. Toward the end, anyway. Official findings report regarding Redacted. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive redacted when redacted with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any redacted, and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Poor call. There's so much to read. Official findings report regarding Dr. Rhea Underhill. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Okay. Interesting. And also, excuse me, need some more light in here. Oh wait, this is just goodies, isn't it? Can I, excuse me. Pardon. Okay, let's go in here. Oh, wait, it's just stairs. Much easier way of getting around, I suppose. But my way's fun. Boom! Ah, here we go. Let me see if I can get that filled here. Can I take this one? I can. Can I keep that one? Thank you. Now let's take it up here. And boom.
Now that gate should open.
Hopefully. Let's keep reading, though. Burrow Tractor, Altered Item 82. Containment procedure. Item is not in Bureau custody, so none known. It's a Frank elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls, and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Scary tractor. Kinda glad we don't have it here, honestly. Given so few things we have remain contained. And I don't want to fight a tractor. Official findings reports regarding the Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigation P-142-9 was launched into the legality of Prime Candidate Program redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. A lot of redacting on basically anything that would be kind of... incriminating is not the right word, but anything that would make the folks in charge and responsible for all this nonsense look bad. Really is for the best those two don't run things anymore. Adorable as Darling could be. Okay, can I get through here now? Fingers crossed. Yay. And... Official findings report regarding incident number A49. The purpose of internal investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview number 65, F124. Given their connection with the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Redacted's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted. Investigation is ongoing. I'm intrigued. Okay. Let's get to this control point and wrap up for today, huh? Oh. And when we come back, we're gonna pull a light switch again. There we go. I am very excited to see more of this one, but we will be doing that next week. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you on...
No detective, but something definitely happened here.
Walked a little too far forward. I will see you on Monday for more Control. Let me find something to destroy. Take care and goodbye.